What's your take on having kids? If you could do a love scene with anyone, who would it be?
I was just like, I'm still not there. Brother Steve gonna do it every time.
How do you know when you're in love?
I'd probably be like Robin Banks. Hi queens, welcome to my version of 73 questions. We're gonna get started. So these are rapid fire questions. Maya is behind the camera. Start the questions.
One word that describes your current mood.
Grateful.
What's your favorite time of day?
Either early in the morning or very, very late at night.
Best thing that's happened to you so far this week?
Michael Kors shoot we just did. Just because it was teamwork and it just took all of us working together, and I just love how it came out. And it was just fun.
Worst thing that's happened to you so far this week?
The worst thing is having to get up this early to film this video. Excited to film it, but I don't, it's like 9 a.m. And typically I'd be in the bed with my coffee. So
how do you know when you're in love?
How do I know? Well, I knew when I was in love with Josh because he just made everything better. And I always tell people, love should make it better, not worse. It should be easy. And that's what it was. Every part of life just got better and easier. Okay, we got our coffee. Now let's get into the good stuff.
All right, kisses or hugs? What's your preference?
If you ask Akita, it's definitely not hugs.
I just like, hey, and then she's like embracing me, and I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, she did try to hug me for a long time. It felt awkward because it wasn't your norm. It's like she stiffs up, and then it's exactly how it feels. That's exactly what you do.
I don't know. It depends on the person. Kisses.
Who's your girl crush?
So either Tracy Ellis Ross, as far as just like style and just like how she presents herself as a woman to the world, just so confident, self-assuring. I feel like she doesn't look to outside forces to like, you know, build her self-confidence. And then Beyonce for work ethic and just like making things happen.
If you could do a love scene with anyone, who would it be? Drum roll.
I can't, I just don't think about celebrities like that. I mean, I have to take myself back to like the early 2000s. I'd probably have to say like Morris Chestnut in The Best Man. Or maybe Lawrence Taylor Jones.
Best way you take a rest or like to decompress?
Laying in the bed all day. Or getting a massage. That's the best way, let's be honest.
Pilates or yoga?
Pilates. I do Melissa Wood Health. Do it online. It's $9 a month, and I do it at home, and I love it.
How would you define beauty?
You can find beauty in everything. I can appreciate everyone's aesthetic, what they love, why they do what they do, and how they do it.
What do you personally love the most about your body?
Probably my skin tone. I grew up with a lot of, you know, just like jokes or whatever. Nothing like crazy, but enough to make you think about it. So I feel like I had to put in the extra work, especially like in my teenage years, and even into like young adulthood, like my 20s, to make sure I found beauty in what I looked like. So,
what's a hairstyle that you miss wearing?
Just long hair sometimes, but most of the time I'm just happy with this. So.
Hair salon or home salon, do it yourself? Which one?
Home salon, immediately. I don't have the patience. I haven't been to a salon in probably like at least 15 years. I just, if it's on YouTube, I'm pretty confident that I can figure it out.
Drugstore makeup or designer makeup?
I would say mid-range. I have more like makeup artist brands, not necessarily like luxury or designer, but I have mostly like actual makeup artist brands. You know, the usual.
What would you say are 3 products that you absolutely never do your makeup without?
If you know me, you already know the eye base and face base from Bobbi Brown. I do not do my makeup without it. And then, lately, and I recently got into it and I feel like I'm just so behind, but now I will not do my makeup without it, is color corrector.
We will be sure to link those products below. Lipstick or lip gloss, which one?
Lately, I've just been putting on lipstick and then gloss.
If you had to choose between a lip product or a blush product, which would you choose or why?
Old me would have said a lip product. I also feel like the makeup girls always told me to wear blush, and I just did not get it. I do realize now that blush really kind of like brings it all together. So I'm gonna have to say both. But now you don't have to choose because Bobbi Brown has new products. This part of the video is in partnership with Bobbi Brown. It's called the Pot Rouge. It is a lip stain and a cheek stain. I have it on today. The shade I have on is powder pink. So I did like a burgundy eye, and then I wanted to do like a light pretty pink on the rest of my face. And I feel like it really brought it together. And then it gives you like a little glow. Comes in a bunch of shades. I'll put them up on the screen right here. And I'll show you a little swatch too, because they are beautiful colors, perfect for summer. And again, you get like a 2-in-1. So I have it on my lips, and then I have it on my cheeks as a little kind of like blush of color, and it gives like a little sheen of highlight too.
All right, since you are a fashion expert, hello, let's get into the fashion questions.
Let's go into the closet for that. I got stuff to show y'all.
So, what are your 3 most worn handbags?
The YSL eye care bag. She's always going. My Jody. It's not an exciting purchase. Like, I wasn't excited to buy this bag, but I take it on every trip. It's perfect. Oh, child. Has a perfect amount of detail, but no hardware. It adds to an outfit, but doesn't it's not too distracting. One of my newest purchases is this bag. I wanted it for so long when it first came out. I think it's from a resort collection, and it has like sand inside. It's just so special.
If you had to name your favorite piece of clothing that you own, what would it be?
Clothing has to be my YSL jackets. It's just the best purchase I've made in a very long time. I literally wore the crap out of it already. It's just, I love the 80s. And this is just like the 80s, but an updated version.
Heels or flats?
Depends on the occasion. Flats most days.
Vintage or new?
It depends on the thing. I mean, vintage because you can get a deal, and then a lot of people don't have it. But I mean, I buy mostly new, I guess.
Online shopping or in-person shopping?
Online. Pre-2020 me would say in-store. I used to love it. It was like an activity, an event, an occasion, a hobby. But now it's just exhausting, and stores don't have any inventory. So they're like, oh, you can order online. I could have stayed at home. I could do that at home.
Designer or dupe?
It depends on the item. We do have a video coming soon, designer or dupe. I think this is episode 3. The last video, I think the dupes one. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. I mean, dupe, if, we can save some money and get the look, great. Also, let's clarify the difference between a dupe and a replica. A replica is a fake. A dupe is just inspired by, has the idea of, took a few details from. A dupe is not a fake. A dupe is not a fake. So I'm gonna say dupe.
Who would you say is your personal style icon?
This is Tracy Ellis Ross, so I have to stick with that. And she loves fashion. She loves and enjoys it as an art form, which I really appreciate. Wear what you want and just what makes you happy, and get creative. And I feel like she clearly does that.
Who is your favorite affordable shoe brand?
Brother Steve. Brother Steve. Look, my favorite dupes from last summer that I can't wait to wear again. Brother Steve. Perfect. It's even better than the original because it's lightweight and comfortable. Brother Steve's gonna do it every time.
Item that everyone should have in their closet.
A good quality blazer that makes you feel like $1 million. I have a summer linen version. I have one of my favorite ones from Awake with the back out. Little spoon detail if I'm feeling artsy and creative. Mugler if I want a little sex appeal.
Now, if you could wear only one brand for the remainder of the calendar year, who would it be and why?
I would also need an unlimited budget, and it would be YSL. I have the last 2 runway collections just really feel like me. Again, they're leaning into this minimal 80s aesthetic, and I just have always I love watching 80s movies. I love 80s fashion. I wish I was an adult in the 80s because the style, it was just so fun, but also so strong and bold, and I feel like women just looked so good.
What's your favorite color?
Black.
Least favorite color?
I would have to say purple, only because I literally don't have a thing purple.
Diamonds or pearls?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with diamond adjacent. I love shine. I just feel especially on my skin tone, so I'm gonna go with, but I do have a lot of pearls too. A pearl is just gives us a little classy, feminine moment, but I'm gonna have to say diamond adjacent. Feel free to use that.
Your favorite recent fashion purchase?
I'm gonna have to say this Brandon Blackwood. I'm so excited. Yeah. Oh, so have a seat and get into some more questions.
Now let's get into some random fun questions. Describe yourself in a hashtag.
Hashtag unbothered.
TikTok or Instagram?
Depends on the day. Right now, TikTok. Today.
Life was a musical. What would the marquee say?
Unreal. Never thought I'd make it. Never thought we'd be here. There's so many. Who'd have thunk it?
Wake up morning ritual.
See, my promise to myself when I left Target was that I would just wake up naturally every day. So that's my morning ritual. I don't set an alarm, and I get my day started whenever I roll over, and it feels like it's time.
Your bedtime evening ritual.
I'm very inconsistent. I would say the only consistent thing is that I have to do my skincare.
What's the biggest surprise you've ever had in life?
The biggest surprise? That this is my job.
Who are 3 people, living or deceased, that you would like to make dinner for?
Dinner for? We'll just say have dinner with. I don't want to make dinner for anybody. Here's the thing. I like the idea of not meeting your idols so that you can just hold on to the whatever you love about them. I just hate the idea of like being able to sit down with somebody and then they just like ruin it because they have a terrible, they're not engaging or they're just not who you think they are. So honestly, I don't, nobody comes to mind.
That's fair. What's your secret talent?
I feel like most Sagittarius, I'm just like kind of good at everything. So I would say like, I will surprise people because if I can like watch a video or watch somebody do something, I can typically do it.
Most adventurous thing you've ever done in life?
Josh, what's the most adventurous thing I've ever done?
Jamaica comes to mind for me.
That surprisingly adventurous thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think we booked a zip lining thing. That was what we wanted to do. Get there, we gotta like do some walking. Fine. A part of the walking is fucking jumping off a cliff into some water and then like, so I'm just like, do I walk all the way back? I really questioned a lot. And I was pissed. I'm just like, how do you not tell people this?
Yeah.
And I swear, when I jumped in, I felt like it was like the deepest, like, when you jump and you think like, I'll just come back to the surface. And I feel like I was doing this forever. And I was like, I'm gonna drown.
Went to the bottom of the ocean.
Literally. I was just like, I'm still not there. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm trying not to drown. I'm also trying to make sure my wig stays on my head. Terrible.
What's a superpower that you would want?
Like mind reading comes to mind, but then I feel like I would just hear shit I don't want to hear and it would upset me. Invisibility, maybe. But then I'd just be doing shit I don't need to be doing. I'd probably be like robbing banks. So maybe flying.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like an X-Men. I feel like flying could be convenient.
Keep it cute.
And I have to carry Josh. Oh yeah, maybe like teleporting. That's better.
Okay. Saves time.
That's the one.
Right. If you had a tattoo, where would it be?
I wouldn't have one. I just can't commit.
All right. Best gift you've ever received?
I honestly don't really receive gifts. Gift giver, I just don't like gifts. I can't think of anything.
Best gift you've ever given?
Probably taking my mom and my best friend on a cruise. That was probably the best gift I can think of. Because again, it was like also like the gift of the cruise, but also like us just being together.
What's your favorite board game?
Jenga.
What's the last book you read?
Chiffon Trenches by Andre Leon Talley. It's so interesting. He's such an interesting man. Was such an interesting man.
Big or small wedding?
Small for me. We had a small wedding. There was, 8 of us? My mom, Josh's parents, Regina, and Evan. And was it a lady that married us? Mm-hmm. And the officiant.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Tea's cute. Oh.
You're stuck on an island and you can only pick one food to eat forever without getting tired of it. What would you eat?
Emo's Pizza from St. Louis. Day, night. Yeah.
That was quick.
I wish I could eat it right now.
What's a dessert you don't like?
Tiramisu.
If you could master one instrument, what would it be?
Probably the piano.
Is there a skill that you're currently working on mastering?
Currently just like we're using new editing software for our YouTube videos. So it's just like I'm new at something again. And it's very frustrating. But, we always want to elevate, so.
What would you say is the best compliment you've ever received?
Probably that I am exactly who I portray to be on the internet. I look the same, I act the same, I talk the same. I always tell people I don't have time to fake it.
Use summertime or wintertime?
Winter. I hate being hot.
Beach or mountain?
Beach, but I want a mountain holiday. I do. That is a goal for this year.
Last piece of content you consumed that made you cry?
I cry every day on TikTok. But the last one, I just inserted here, and then you can cry too.
I just got an email from my bank saying
I paid for it.
Why? Dude, why did you do that? That's too much, Kate.
No, it's not even enough. Because I love you and you're gonna be my husband and I love you, okay?
What's a song you can listen to on repeat?
Anything from the 90s, really. I have so many like different playlists, but currently what I listen to on repeat every day is the verses between Brandy and Monica.
What's your current TV obsession?
From F-R-O-M, sci-fi, little thriller, little suspense.
What's your favorite movie?
Of all time?
Of all time.
Coming to America's in the top. Dirty Dancing's in the top. Pretty Woman's in the top. What else, babe? What am I missing?
Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada's in the top. It's hard to like add the new-ish ones.
The Intern.
Oh, The Intern is in the top.
The Holiday, if you didn't say that.
The Holiday's in the top. That's my top Christmas movie. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That's another one.
That's a good list right there.
Yeah. I'm missing so many though. I'm gonna be pissed when I edit it. I'll pop some names. So.
And what's your go-to for having a good laugh?
Call Nikita.
What would you say is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I remember it vividly, and I feel like this is what like helped me become a better businesswoman and like very like a go-getter, is that you don't owe a job anything. You have a contract every 2 weeks. They pay you, you do the job. It's not personal, and you don't owe them your loyalty. It's a job. You owe them the 2 weeks they paid you for.
Best advice that you would give your teenage self, knowing what you know now about life?
You can do it, literally anything. You're capable of whatever you want to do.
What would you say is inspiring you in life right now?
That I just can't believe this is my job. So I feel so grateful that I just want to do the best job I can every day. Like give the best possible content to my community because I can't believe this is my job.
How do you stay confident in the age of social media? It's a lot of negativity out there.
It is. It is. I was just talking to the Nesteha from the Youves. We were texting last week because probably at least 20 people told me I was fat. Just randomly. I had to let it go so quick that we didn't even have a conversation about it. And she was going through the same. Like she literally just randomly texted me and she was like, "Oh, why did this person say da da da?" And I was like, I literally am like right there with you, but we just gotta, people are miserable and you just have to remember that. And I have to remember that. Like I felt the type of way for probably 2 days straight. I have to remember like happy people don't say things like this.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
Discipline, staying disciplined and motivating yourself.
What would you say is the easiest and most rewarding parts about being an entrepreneur?
Having control of your destiny. I can pivot when and however I like.
How would you define yourself in 3 words?
Consistent, passionate, and an overthinker.
What's one thing people don't know about you?
That I hate being the center of attention. That's why I had a small wedding. The idea of just a room full of people staring at me is not enjoyable to me. Some people love to be the center of attention and love to have the spotlight on them. I'm not one of those people. I do it out of necessity.
What's your take on having kids?
People should have them if they want them, but I think it should be a more thoughtful decision. I feel like people that don't want to have kids, like me, have to think long and hard about the reasons why they don't. And I feel like people that have kids don't really think long and hard about why they do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about life right now?
10.
Most excited about at this time and why?
I can't say what I'm most excited about, but having my own thing is what I'm most excited about. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. What is something that you would like to be remembered for?
I always say I want to be remembered for being kind and just pouring good into the world. I want to leave you better than I found you. I want you to feel better after you watch my videos, after you interact with my content. I want you to have a positive feeling.
Those are the 73 questions.
Those are the 73 questions. Thank you for sticking to the end. Thank you to Bobbi Brown for sponsoring this video. I will leave all the products below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.